Good morning, everybody. I'm in the kitchen making some bread rolls. Now, I do this. I've got this thing. I bought it from Aldi. I got it from Aldi along with this base, which is a granite thing. Got in Aldi years ago. And it's actually for pizza. Just moving around here. So I use that. So I used my bread maker this morning. Good morning. Bit of cooking. Doing my bread rolls. This is a cheap way. I'm sure what's his face off the telly will be rolling his eyes because there's no flour down here. I put olive oil on the base, olive oil on here, and I use this to help me shape the rolls. And it's really good. So what I did, as I said, I used the bread maker. 250 grams of, or thereabouts, 250 to 350 grams of white. Oh, good morning, Yasmin. We're all here this morning having a little cooking session. 250 to 350 grams of white bread flour, strong white bread flour, and then I mix it with some brown bread flour. 10 mils of water, lukewarm. So what I do is I do half and half, so hot and cold, half hot, half cold. And look, there you see this lovely round roll, which I'm putting on. I'll show you in a minute, hopefully, where I'm putting it. I'm just putting it on the baking sheet, and the baking sheets, sheets, what do you call them? The trays, yeah. The trays are at the back on the hob where the heat is rising. So the oven is on, preheating. So then I'm going to cover them over with nice towel, tea towel, and then just let them prove until they've doubled in size. And while they're doubling in size, I'll be doing the Inferno playlist. Right, so where did I get to with the ingredients? Ooh, could be a bit of disaster. So what I did, let me go back. I mean, this is why I've not got my own cooking program. 250 to 350 grams of strong white bread flour. Then I mix that with, or bring it up to, so in total 500 grams of flour. So a proportion 250, 350 strong white, and then the rest, trying to get that, is brown. 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. I use Himalayan salt and brown, can't remember which brown sugar it is. It doesn't really matter. So what I do is when I'm getting 10 mils of water. So what I do is I do half and half with the water, half hot, and I put the salt and the sugar in, and then I top it up with the cold water, and it all goes into the bread maker. Very, very easy one. I forgot the butter. 40 grams of butter. Right, we're all done here. Let me see if I can show you what I've done. There they are. So now I'm going to cover those over with a tea towel, or 2 tea towels. Where are they? Look. And if you were watching me, 1 minute's domesticated here. Look, my folded tea towels. I did a little demo before. I'm off camera, but I'll keep talking, just covering them over. Done quite a bit today, I tell you, on the cooking front. Oh, that's the speakers. She hates not to be involved in these things, so now they're covered over, and the heat is rising at the back, and it's just enough to allow these things to proof or whatever the word is. Right, so I think I gave you the ingredients, can't quite remember. So then into the bread maker, And I got that with my John Lewis vouchers. I know, this is just amazing. The way you can get some wonderful things. And so into the bread maker, 2.5 hours. Good morning, Angela. Yes, it's okay. Not got to the incidents yet. In fact, this is probably one of the incidents. The fact I haven't got to the incidents. All on a piece of paper, all ready for you, especially for you. Especially for you. I've got an incident or two. I laugh heartily at my own jokes, I know. Right, what was I saying now? Yeah, into the bread maker, 2 hours, 20 minutes. And then when it comes out, I grease this bowl. Again, I don't use flour. This is my technique and it's working for me. And I put it on the scales, zero it, and then put the bread in, the dough, and then I just weigh it and then I proportion it. So exactly today, I mean, it just all worked perfectly. I've got 3 87-gram rolls and 7 88-gram rolls. Rolled them out as you saw in that little demo. And oh, what are you baking, Yasmin? I've only just noticed. I'm yickety yakking. I roll them out, put them onto that tray, and I use that baking sheet on top. So then, you know, there's no mess. And you might notice I've used it once or twice before. And then cover it over. So I'm going to leave that to prove. So that is the bread. And it's going to go into a hot oven, 220, for only 15 minutes. So I have to, when I put them in the oven, I have to say to myself, timer, or 15 minutes, so that I remember, because it has happened where I put them in the oven, forgotten, remembered, and then forgotten to turn the oven off, and had some Rocky Horror bread rolls. So that's where I am up to with that. So that's the bread rolls. Right. The incidents, completely forgotten, you see. Once you go into this gratitude practice, you kind of forget. So remember, Ben and Fua did the garden. And the fence is lovely. I love the fence. She's feminine. I've decided it's a she, and she looks wonderful. And she's a princess coming into her queen. Yeah, that's what I believe. She's coming into queen. She's not quite there. She's princess at the moment, but that's okay. I'm here to guide her. And so I'm in a meeting with my coach. I've got a coaching call with my coach on, what day was it now? Thursday. And I kept knocking at the door, and I thought, oh God, who is it now? I was expecting somebody to come and give me a quote for Leon, the good one, not Leo, the bad one. Well, he was not bad, he just wasn't good at his, of a standard at his job that I would like. And so I thought, it must be him, but I'm in a meeting. So I ignored it, finished the meeting, and then go to, for whatever reason, check my messages, and I've got lots of missed calls. So that was Leon trying to get hold of me, but also a stream of messages from next door, from the good neighbour. Basically, Ben and Fuad, when they got into her garden, they have the artificial, you know, that kind of AstroTurf type thing, carpet. And it was absolutely full of mud. And they said, well, we swept it, but we couldn't ask her permission to wash it, blah, blah, blah. So there was a whole stream of messages. I messaged back, and then I thought, what am I doing? And so I called Fuad. And then I said, look, stay there. And I wandered round to next door, knocked on the door, and handed him the phone. At which point, she just went off on one at him in Spanish. So then she got her son, who then went off at him in English, telling him all kinds of things. Because they said to me, Ben said, yeah, but we asked you if everything was okay. And I said, I asked you if you cleaned next door. And you said yes. Or at least this is the problem with the communication. What was I supposed to do? Climb up a ladder and look over the other side? I trusted you. Anyway, she was fine. She just said, next time, just be tidy. Let there not be a next time. Now, interestingly enough, this all happened after Ben said very happily, I've never had any complaints. Well, there's your first. But apart from that, it was okay. So the next thing is the shed. Now, I went down the bottom, and that's another incident. The internet's not working down there. She calls Sankelper, another female. All these women, I know, all over the place. So today, another incident, not done. I was supposed to be fixing the tile down there because I put a shout out, and nobody's come back to me because they won't want to come to do one tile. I've got all the tools, and so I will do it myself later. I was meant to do it this morning, but I got carried away making bread, making bolognese, blah blah blah. So I can't remember what the incident was to do with that. Maybe that was it. Yeah, maybe when I watch the replay, I'll remember what I was going to say. So what was the other incident? Oh, yeah. So remember I told you that rewiring the neural pathways manifestation thing? I missed out something. So you come downstairs, or you go wherever, you drink some water, then you clean your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Then, the most important thing, you say in the mirror, God, source, universe, whatever your higher power is, and then you say, I love you, I love you, I love you. Then you say the God, source, higher power, whatever your higher power is, universe, with meaning. I can't wait to see what miracles you have in store for me today. And you're supposed to write them down. So I've got those key bits. So that was the other incident. The wig. Oh yeah, that's another one. So that blue wig. It was great. The classes were great fun, but because I was demoing with feeling, once more with feeling, it was very sweaty, and then it was in my mouth. And it was all, I couldn't speak, and then things were falling off. But I managed to do the whole class, the second class, with everything still on my head. So I had the witch's hat, the wig, and the bat ears. So it all went well. So all turned around. Right. The other thing I wanted to tell you about was a book that I'm reading, because I think it's very, very important in all of this transformation that we learn to let go. That seems to be the key. So everything I've told you is okay, but this seems to be the next step, and it's all to do with the emotions. It's called, I think it's called levels of consciousness, and the vibrations, and different energies have different vibrations. So when I told you to alchemize shame into pride, it's not quite the best thing to do. What you want to do is actually, because shame is obviously a low vibration, pride is a low vibration. So you've got to, if you want, you kind of just step up from one emotion to the other until you get to love and gratitude and all of those, because they are the highest vibrations. So so the reason I'm telling you this is because I'm currently reading, I don't know why I'm looking around, because it's an audio book, recommended by my friend Kat, and I think she's called Online Raising Catherine, and she's doing a training with me at the moment, or I'm doing a training with her, and it's all to do with your Akashic records. So this is this belief that that all thoughts, events, emotions, etc., are out there forever, past, present, future. And so the idea is that you clear clear blocks, things that are holding you stuck. Anyway, she recommended this book, Letting Go, and it's very, very good, and I also recommend it. Marie is now doing bioresonance assessments. Oh, what is that? What is bioresonance assessments? Sounds very interesting. Oh, body frequencies. Who's Marie? Rainbow cakes. I'm telling you, it's just as well there's not somebody in my ear telling me all this stuff, because I've been doing it all the wrong way round. So Yasmin is making rainbow cupcakes with Forest. Oh, Reese Natural Care. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, so Marie is Yasmin's friend, and she's got this amazing brand of natural products. In fact, she does sea moss, and she does it to order, basically, because it has such a short shelf life. There are no additives, no preservatives in the material, in the things that she produces, so you're going to get them fresh. And so it's small production, which is brilliant. And I'm hoping, actually, Marie is one of the people I'm hoping to collaborate with, so it's very, very exciting. So I'm reading a book called Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins, and it's all about letting go of your attachment to every single thing, because once you can do that, then you are free, and that changes your vibrations. Was there anything else? Oh yes, the playlist, the Inferno playlist. So went down a storm. I'm a natural on the stage. So both performances on the Thursday night, couldn't quite get the lighting to work, so we were in kind of we were in, what do you call it, dim twilight, call it twilight, so quite atmospheric. And I did the first 3 bits of Thriller, so the walk, this is the 8 beat or whatever it is, then you do, I did that. And and they almost, they got very excited. They didn't know whether to clap or not, but they loved it. So I thought, let me do it again. So I did it on the Friday. And I went from my usual, I have a theme tune, it's called Crescendo. And it literally crescendos, and then the lights normally come on. But on Friday, what happened was there was no crescendo. There was a crescendo, but I went straight into Thriller. And I became a zombie, with my blue hair, my bat ears, and my witch's hat. Quite a zombie. And then I did, the step, 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 that thing. And then that bit. So I did the first 3 bits. And I did get a round of applause. They loved it. I thought, next time, I'm not even going to wait for Halloween next year. I'm going to learn those steps completely. Or say relearn them, and then I will. I'll just do a flash mob when it suits me. And let me tell you the story of why I know these Thriller steps. I'm going to come out now. This is my own program. Just pretend that we're on one of those programs where there's 3 people. Would I lie to you? There's 3 people, and they're all going to say, I was a Thriller flash mobber. So there's 2 people that look like me, and I'm the one, they have to guess who's the Thriller flash mobber, and that's me. And what happened was, my friend was getting married, and her sister had this brilliant idea. Delulu, embrace Delulu, that's what it's about. She had this brilliant idea. Morning, Kirsty. It's one of the best wedding presents I think you can ever give anybody, is a performance of some kind, something that is experiential. And so she said, let's do Thriller, let's do a flash mob at the wedding. So she sources some Thriller flash mobbers, I know. And so there we are, around different parts of London. We did a lot, the spaces behind Trafalgar Square and everything. And we were learning all the steps. And they were really good. And they'd come dressed up. They all looked like Michael Jackson's, various shades. And it was brilliant. And we even hired a studio one time. I know, we hired a dance studio to do the practice. We were down in the basement of the BBC. We were everywhere just practicing. And then, I think it was the week before the wedding, there was there was a world record attempt of Thriller. And yes, me and Hillary were there. Just the 2 of us, with hundreds and hundreds of other people. And the world record attempt was going that Trafalgar Square, Times Square, all these places around the world, people were gathering to do the flash mob simultaneously. I don't think it did break the world record, but it was brilliant. Anyway, so we're on the bus home, and Hillary gets a call. And somebody said, remember, this is all a secret because Helen doesn't know about this yet. She gets a call from a friend saying, are you on the front page of the BBC website? And Hillary's like, no, not me, no. And on this day, Helen, who was getting married, was actually on shift and working with the BBC website on the UGC, user-generated content team. So sourcing this kind of stuff. So people would have been sending in footage of the people in Trafalgar Square. In fact, they would have been sending in footage from around the world. And she missed it all. She was so stressed about the wedding. She missed it all. She didn't even see us on the front page of the BBC News website. It was so funny. Then, fast forwarding to the day of the wedding, the wedding. So we're all there in our glamorous gear, and I've got, what was I wearing now? Oh, I can't even remember. LK Bennett. Beautiful blue, like midnight blue silk dress. Manolo Blahnik shoes. Still hurts my toes just looking at them. And, everybody's wearing, their designer. They're wearing their bestest clothes. And then suddenly we changed. And we're wearing white tops and black trousers. And, people think, oh. And, and flat, that's shoes that you can dance in. And, people just think, oh, well, maybe they just want to disco dance. But they didn't really connect. And we had this signal. So we had this music signal to go out and change. I can't remember how many of us there were. Maybe 5. Can't remember. 6. Can't remember. And so we had the signal to go out and change. And then we came back and Thriller came on. Or something came on. I think it was Thriller. And then the DJ did a rewind. So they did the rewind. And then it all went dark. And we just shuffled on and did our flash mob. And we got such a round of applause. And then everyone was like, again, that was brilliant. Helen was crying. She was so overwhelmed, but she loved it. But it was such fun. But I've completely forgotten all the steps, you see. So on Friday, it suddenly occurred to me, let me see if I can, Thursday, let me see if I can learn. But I couldn't. So that's why I only did the first 3 bars or the first 3 bits of Thriller on Thursday and Friday. But I can keep learning. Which is okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, yickety yak. Let's just check the. They've not risen yet. So I think it's going to be quite a while. I like them to be. Just checking the heat. The heat's coming up the back. I like them to be nice and big and doubled in size. They will be delicious. And I know every time I come on, I tell you I'm going to post the picture, and I always forget. I post it on my stories. So what happened with the YouTube? I wanted to post weeks ago the YouTube video of my nephew on the red carpet, but I couldn't work out how to do it. So if anybody knows, put something in the comments. I'm talking in the comments. If you watch this on replay, as I know some of you do, I do. And I sometimes watch 2 or 3 times. Make sure that you put something in the comments, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this up as a reel. So let me know in the comments. Right, Yasmin, enjoy the cooking. Great start to the day. Tell me how Forrest gets on and whether you think, maybe he should be part of Latte with Lynda. Latte with Lynda, special edition with Forrest doing the cooking. Angela, I hope you loved the incident. And Kirsty, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Right, on that note, time to go because the exercise, this is what I almost forgot, Planksgiving. Today is my first Planksgiving class. And I must just talk about this because Yasmin came up with this brilliant idea, Plankenstein. So what happened was, on Thursday night, during the Halloween class, we went off to Plankenstein's place, and he took Tina Turner. So we had to have a battle. It was the battle for Planksgiving, because we have to be truly plankful, don't we? Fortunately, we won, and Tina's back, because Tina is in charge of the plank bank. And now she's back, We get proper Disco Inferno. We had to have a Frankenstein Disco Inferno on Thursday and Friday. Now she's back. We can have proper Disco Inferno. And yes, we are truly thankful for what we are about to receive. May Lynda's Inferno make us truly plankful. Yes, I'll mention that today. I laugh heartily at my own jokes, as you know. And if you check out my Instagram today, I've attempted a joke. Because it's all about seeing the funny side of things. Right, the long goodbye once again. Soul Tribe, thank you for joining me. I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a fantastic day. And I hope to update you with the rolls. Maybe I haven't been talking long enough for them to rise. Maybe I need to actually put my breath over there. They need more hot air. Right, on that note, have a fantastic day. Enjoy yourselves. Send you lots of love. Bye.